Yes, this black screen is normal. This is my first video of Pokemon Go on my channel. Welcome everybody. My name is BDR. My name is Braden. I guess I can go by that also. And this is my Pokemon Go PvP channel. I will be uploading whatever leagues that are out. So right now is the Ultra League, so I'll probably be doing a lot of Ultra Premier content. I don't have a lot of Pokemon for the open Ultra League, so I probably will be sticking to Premier for now. I do have a lot more Great League mons though, so I will be able to run some Spice there. But I just wanted to welcome you guys to the channel. Hopefully you like what you see, and hopefully I can be another entertaining Pokemon Go YouTuber just like the rest of them. So anyways, let's get into the content. The video should be starting up very soon. And we're going to be starting up the first battle in, I'm in Veteran League right now. I was in Expert, but I dropped it down a little bit to like 2600 range. So, we're going to be running Empoleon, Tangrowth, and Charizard with Dragon Breath. Picking up a very nice lead here with Empoleon into Charizard. I shield the Blast Burn because they get to the move at the same time. He comes in with Empoleon. I counter switch into Tangrowth here, and basically I can live this Drill Peck, and I can farm up to 2 Power Whips here, and so he's throwing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop here, deny the fast move. It's going to take him 1 more Waterfall to get to his second Drill Peck, and he's going to shield the first one. I'm going to get to the second Power Whip. He might have gotten a move through, I'm not completely sure, but either way, if he shields, he can get to the move. So I'm just going to keep farming. So he's at, I think, 7, so I think he's 3 Waterfalls away from another move. And if that's the case, I can get to this next Power Whip here. But he switches out into Charizard, I switch into Empoleon, and I can farm down. He threw the Blast Burn, he's not going to be able to get to another one. So this should just be a Dragon Claw. And it is. And if I had a shield, I would have just let it go. And I threw the Drill Peck because I'm reading his team comp having a Grass in the back with Charizard and Empoleon. It ends up being a Clefable, so Drill Peck was the wrong move. Hydro Cannon would do more damage. And I can farm Clefable here a lot. Actually, I think he'll probably just farm me down. Yeah, so he has probably halfway to a move. And I'm just going to come in straight up Charizard here and farm down with Dragon Breath, so I can get probably up to almost a Dragon Claw here. And I throw the Dragon Claw, hoping that it's enough to KO the Empoleon here. It probably won't be enough. I might need to farm a little bit, so I switch into Tangrowth. In live time, I forgot I had a move. I forgot I had it stored up when he switched. I realize it, I get the Power Whip off, take the match. So good first win for the day. And actually, I was running into a lot of lag today. So my first 2 sets, I went 3-2, and I think 3-2, and I should have 4-1'd one of the sets. I got screwed over completely by lag, and I had one match where I got disconnected, and I came back and ended up winning the match, but that was not included in this video. So, Kingdra, I switch into Charizard with Dragon Breath here. He goes into the Octazooka and bails. He gets the attack debuff. This is horrible for me. Switches into Shadow Lax, and I'm just going to go straight for the Blast Burn, assuming that he won't shield because my attack has been lowered. This still does about 40% of Snorlax's health, and he won't be able to farm down. I would be able to get to another move, so he throws this Body Slam, and Body Slam KOs my Charizard. And now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sack this Empoleon. It has a bad matchup against Kingdra, so even his superpower here, I'm just going to have to let it go. I don't want to go down 2 shields to 1, or I don't want to go down 0 shields to 1. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to switch straight up into Tangrowth. And he doesn't even come back in with Kingdra. He comes into Scavalier, and this is really good against my backline. With Charizard out of the match, this game is basically over. Aerial Ace, I shield it. I'm going to throw 1 Rock Slide, try to get a shield. But there's really nothing I can do in this situation. Empoleon has barely any health, and it doesn't even have a move. So, I'm just going to have to probably concede this match. So, yeah, he shields the second Rock Slide, gets off the Aerial Ace, and I think at this point I'm just going to concede the match because there's nothing I can do. Yeah. So tough loss. Got countered, and he played the matchup very well. For the third match, another very bad lead. I'm going to come into Tangrowth here. He's going to come into Talonflame, and a bit of lag there. He's at 3 Incinerates worth of energy, so he is at a Flame Charge. I'm going to throw the Rock Slide. It's going to get shielded, and I'm just going to go straight up. There's 4, so he's at 1 move away from his second Flame Charge. So I can outpace him to the next Rock Slide. And I'm going to throw 2 Overcharge a little bit and throw this Rock Slide, and hopefully it KOs. And it doesn't. The Talonflame is 2 HP, and he gets off the second Flame Charge. I'm not going to shield it. I'm going to give up Switch Advantage here. Because even if I went down 0 shields, Machamp would just be able to Rock Slide the Charizard. So again, put in a very tough situation here. And it's not even a Shadow Machamp. Charizard has a much better matchup against Shadow Machamp, but it's not. And he comes into Stunfisk. Again, very, I guess, hard countered, because Talonflame does beat Tangrowth, and Stunfisk does beat Charizard. So, 2 tough losses to start off, but I will flip this around. Shadow Dragonite lead, very good for Dragon Breath Zard. And he stays in the match here. I'm going to throw the Dragon Claw. He doesn't even get his off. I think Charizard still wins CMP, even maybe against a Shadow. Actually, I'm not sure. I would have to look into PV Poke on that. I'll match him shields with the Dragon Claw, because if he got the Dragon Claw through, he could KO. Comes into Empoleon, I come into Tangrowth. This is a very good match. I'm going to hit him with the Power Whip on the 5th Waterfall. Actually, I'm not sure if he got a 6th one in. But he is going to go 7. So he is probably in farm down range. I don't think he would be able to get to a second move. Let's see if I throw 1, 2. I'm just going to throw the Rock Slide. Yeah, so he did have enough for 2 moves. And I'm just going to let this go. With Empoleon being down, Charizard should be able to roam free in the back. So I'm going to farm down his Empoleon with my own. And whatever he comes in the back with, I can just throw the Drill Peck. He comes in with his own Galarian Stunfisk and tries to get the counter switch. I throw anyway. I undercharge this move and farm down the Dragonite, and I'm still in a good spot here. I can come in Charizard, make him dump his energy, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get a Hydro Cannon off here with the Empoleon. He will shield this most likely, and I will come in with Charizard. I assume he doesn't know how much energy I'm at exactly, so he's going to throw rather prematurely, and what I can do here now, let this Rock Slide go, come back in with Empoleon, shield up, another move, probably a Rock Slide, but I'm going to play it safe because he can't get to an Earthquake either way, and I'm going to get this Hydro Cannon off, and that is going to be GG. This match is over. So 2 and 2, 2 pretty good matchups, 2 very hard matchups, and going into game 5, this will make the set. He comes into Shadow Machamp. Now, this is actually quite a good lead for Charizard, because it takes 7 counters to get to the Rock Slide, and it only takes 6 turns for a Charizard to get to the Dragon Claw, which means I get to the Dragon Claw 1 counter before Machamp can get to the move. So Machamp can flip this matchup if he baits, but he went for the Rock Slide there. He comes into Ampharos, and I'm just going to go straight into Tangrowth. I have a very positive matchup here, and I'm going to throw this Power Whip. It's going to do very heavy neutral damage, and whatever move he has, I'm just going to let it go, because I can even live a Focus Blast, a Dragon Pulse, and he throws the Focus Blast, and at this point, he is, I think, 1 Volt Switch away from another move, so I will throw this Rock Slide, and it will KO. He's not going to shield. I'm going to take Switch Advantage here, and this is very good considering he has a Machamp in the back. My Empoleon does not want to see that. His Machamp will farm down, and it will allow him to get to the Rock Slide before Charizard can. It'll actually be a CMP tie, and Shadow Machamp wins the CMP. Now, I call the Cross Chop bait here. He does Cross Chop, and I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw here, and pressure a shield. He doesn't. He lets it go, and this matchup is over. I have Charizard. Actually, Empoleon straight up beats Muck in the 1 shield. Muck can't really tank a Hydro Cannon, but Empoleon can tank a Dark Pulse because these Snarls are just not doing very much damage. I think he's built up to 2. Maybe he's 1 snarl away from a second move. He throws the Dark Pulse. I'm going to let it go. It does a good chunk of damage, but at this point I can just Hydro Cannon, farm down if I need to, and this matchup is over. And there's a little bit of lag, but in the end he concedes the match, and that's nice for a 3-2 set. I'll show you guys my rank. I'm at 2650 right now. I was about half a month ago up in the 2900 range during Remix Cup, but I took a big drop and I haven't been able to recover. Charizard into Tangrowth. This is a very good matchup. I throw the Dragon Claw right before he gets to a move, and he probably doesn't shield. He doesn't. And I'm going to call that he's just going to go straight Brave Bird and dip. He actually farms up all the way to 100 energy. I'm going to throw the second Dragon Claw, and he probably has to shield now. He does. And now, actually, I think what I do here is, since he's at full energy, I'm calling the bait. He does Flame Charge. This is very nice. I can just shield a move here, farm down, and I'll be in a very nice position here. I could have let it go, since that was the second Flame Charge. He comes into Shadow Machamp, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cause the CMP tie here, throw the move. Actually, I just let this go. A big mistake by me. I could have gotten some energy off with the Charizard, and that might ultimately cost me this match. I come into Tangrowth here, and actually, I played this matchup very, very, very poorly. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, and oh no, I go Power Whip. I think Rock Slide would come close to killing, but he lets it go anyway, and he comes in Talonflame. I'm going to let it go. Venusaur is very tough, since Tangrowth doesn't really have energy in the back. It's just going to come down to the one shield with Empoleon up 1 or 2 waterfalls worth of energy. Either way, I think Venusaur outpaces. It gets to the Frenzy Plant before Empoleon can get to the move. It's going to be, I think, 4 waterfalls, and then Venusaur will get to the move. So I'm going to throw the Drill Peck here. It's not going to be enough to KO. And at this point, Tangrowth can't farm down, and Venusaur was at the move, so I'm just going to concede the match. Alright, getting into Game 6, Game 7, Charizard against Umbreon. This matchup is a lot better than it seems. XL Umbreon in the Ultra League can basically win any neutral matchup, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go straight Blast Burn. He's at about 6 or 7 snarls worth of energy, which is very close to double Foul Play, and he is going to shield this first move, and I'm going to let this Foul Play go. It's going to do a chunk, but it's not going to be enough to get me in a critical health range. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the second Blast Burn. He's probably at the third move here. It's very close as to whether Dragon Breath Charizard can get to 2 Blast Burns before Umbreon gets to the third move. But actually what I do is I cause a CMP tie. He lets this Blast Burn go, and I'm just going to take my shield advantage and get out of this matchup. Try and farm down with Tangrowth. He gets to 3 snarls, gets to the Foul Play here, so it's not great for me. But I can just farm down with Tangrowth, and Tangrowth has very good matchups. He comes into Clefable, and I just come in Empoleon, and I can farm up a lot of energy here. I'm going to farm up 7 waterfalls, throw the Hydro Cannon, and at this point, I should be able to farm down without Clefable getting to a move. Actually, he gets to the Psychic. Maybe it's a Meteor Mash. I'm going to shield either way. It is a Psychic, and at this point, I should be able to win this matchup. He has 2 Pokemon in the back with not, well, one has very little health, and he comes into Dragonite. And I'm going to go Hydro Cannon. I think both moves are pretty equal in damage if Hydro Cannon is resisted and Drill Peck is neutral. Actually, I'm just going to throw one of each, because at this point it doesn't really matter. Tangrowth has so much energy that I'm just going to bail out and throw this Rock Slide right away before Dragonite can react. He could have called the Blind Swap, but he didn't, and Tangrowth is going to be able to Vine Whip down for the victory. Alright, getting into this next match. Charizard up against Dragonite, another very positive matchup for the Dragon Breath variant of Charizard. Dragonite wins if Charizard has Fire Spin, and I think if it has Wing Attack, it is a very close match. But Dragon Breath is just such an impressive move. It does so much damage, even without stab, to those dragon types. He comes out into Clefable, and once again, I have Empoleon ready to take out this Clefable. And I'm counting moves here. He's at 8 charms, so I'm going to throw the Hydro Cannon. I think he's 1 away from a Psychic. He's probably at the Meteor Mash right now. So what I'm going to do is let this go, assuming that this is Meteor Mash. It's double resisted because water and steel both resist steel, and at this point I can just farm down. I have a move for whatever's in the back. It is a Venusaur, so I'm going to throw the Drill Peck. This is going to probably take about 40-45% of Venusaur's health. And I don't get to the second move, but it's not a big deal here. I can come in with either Mon in the back, and I come into Tangrowth here, and this is just so it doesn't run into Dragonite in the back. At this point, I can just Rock Slide. If he lets it go, that's great. I can come into Charizard. If he shields it, I can get to another Rock Slide. So he shields it, he gets to his own move, and at this point, what I can do is actually just let this Tangrowth go down. He swaps into Dragonite, and I can farm down at this point and throw a move on Venusaur, and he concedes the match. So, I believe this is the last matchup of the day against Beast X04. Charizard with Dragon Breath into Ninetales. Not a great matchup, but I can definitely manage. If he lets this Blast Burn go through, I will be flipping the matchup. I'm going to let this first Weather Ball go through, and I'm going to go straight for the Blast Burn here, hoping that he calls the bait, and he shields. So this is not great. I don't know what I think at this point, actually, I'm just going to let Charizard go down and come in with Empoleon and farm. Empoleon is such a hard wall to Alolan Ninetales, and he's just going to, he's had enough. He's going to go into Empoleon, and this is perfect. I can come in with my Tangrowth, and I have a very positive matchup here. With shield advantage, I'm going to shield the first Drill Peck and just conserve some health on Tangrowth. And I'm going to farm up a little bit extra, throw this Power Whip, and at this point I can farm down. Actually, that lag really helped. I think he was at the move. So, yeah, lag kind of saves this game, but I think I could have won either way. I throw this Rock Slide. It's going to do a lot of damage, and I'm going to let this Weather Ball go because it won't KO Tangrowth, and I'm going to switch into my Empoleon, and he has a Machamp in the back. So, this is going to be a race to the charge move. I'm going to shield up this first move, and I think I charge close. I throw one Waterfall, get to the Drill Peck, and at this point, there's two things. I have to not get farmed down, and I have to make sure this Machamp cannot get to the move, and I get to this Drill Peck. It's going to KO this Machamp. I have 2 HP. Can I farm down this Alolan Ninetales? Yes, I do. With 1 HP, I take home the game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I apologize about the mic quality. My current situation is that I'm in a dorm. This is my last week of school. I am currently in the middle of finals week, and there is a very loud air conditioning vent above me, and that causes my mic to catch a lot of surround sound that I really would rather not want. But bear with me, guys. It'll get a lot better soon. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around, watching the content. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate it if you could leave a like, and I will see you guys soon for my next video.